Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right?
What up?
What's up? What's goody?
Yo, it is episode number 2 for Flower Freaking Friday. How you doing, Ashe? I know, right? Applause. How you doing, Ashe?
I am good. It's been a long week. Ready to unwind finally. It's Friday.
Shoot, you
Flower
ain't
Friday.
listen. Right. You ain't said nothing but a word. It has been a very, very long and hard week. That is for sure. For sure. So we are back with episode number 2 for Flower Friday, y'all. By now, y'all know what Flower Friday is, I hope. It is a cannabis and culture podcast, y'all. Cannabis Cannabis and Culture
Right.
Podcast. Welcome to the second episode of Flower Friday, the all-new Cannabis and Culture Podcast brought to you by Astra Herbs Dispensary and Sincerely Florals. I'm your host, OC, co-founder of Astra Herbs Dispensary. Want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Sincerely Florals and Astra Herbs for today. I know. Listen, I need to find me an applause button or something, yo. For real. I need to find an applause button. Um, Over on the right side of the screen, you guys see you have my co-host here. We have Aisha Brawley, co-founder or founder, not co-founder. You know, by yourself, solopreneur over there. Founder of Sincerely Florals, serial entrepreneur, floral designer, DFW area realtor, and the founder of the nonprofit Together Through Grief. Aisha Brawley, everybody.
What's up, y'all?
Right. Okay, Aisha, I do want to ask you though. I've never asked you. Can you tell me what is Together Through Grief, yo?
So, Together Through Grief is a nonprofit that I started that focuses on people who are dealing with grief. So, my target audience is people before, during, and after loss or any sort of loss. It doesn't necessarily have to be um, death related, but that is my focus. But I want to provide
Okay.
resources to everyone who has lost someone, built a community for those people. Um, just be there one another and hold their hand through the most challenging and hard time of their life.
So, but what does that look like, right? Like if let's just say somebody lost somebody, right? And they reach out to Together Through Grief, like what does that look like? What can they expect?
So I have a Google form in my Instagram bio. So they'll fill out the form and I will contact them based on the resources that they need. So for example, if they just lost someone and they need help writing an obituary, planning their funeral services for their loved ones because they can't, that's where I step in. If they need resources like an attorney, I will connect them with people. If they need resources like counseling or
Okay,
therapy, I will connect them with resources, anything that
I
they
got
need, anything during that time. So I'm their
yeah.
girl.
Okay, that makes sense. I always wonder every time I read that, I'm like, what is Together Through Grief? Okay, that makes sense. So you're basically standing in the gap, like for somebody who they're dealing with their own health and stresses, right? And they really don't have the time or mental capacity or heart capacity really to reach out and make those connections that they need to make in order to move through the grief. I feel
Yeah.
you. I feel you. Okay, cool. All right. So now that we've dove into a heavy topic on accident, let's get to some fun shit, right? So y'all know it's episode number 2 of Flower Friday, y'all. So let me tell you what Flower Friday is, and hopefully by episode 10 we won't have to explain it no more. But we're gonna explain it. We're gonna explain it. Flower Friday is the first Friday of every single month where Sincerely Florals and Astra Herbs collaborates to introduce a brand new premium cannabis strain and a brand new beautiful floral deal as well, right? Um, and so I ain't gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna let Ashay tell you exactly what the strain is in a minute, but we're gonna go ahead and give y'all usage information, a couple smokers insights, right? Answer any questions on live. And we'll give y'all, if y'all stick around, give y'all a discount code towards the end to make a purchase of that new cannabis strain, and it'll be a pretty pretty solid discount for you too. And then, we just talk about things, right? We talk about business. We don't talk about culture. We're going to talk about sports. We're going to talk about life. We're going to talk about whatever. But whatever we do is for the culture, my boys. So that's what Flower Friday is. So we're just going to jump into it. So Ashe, I'm gonna let you go ahead and show the folks what the flower is of the month. Hey, that's beautiful right there. It look like a wallet. Look, that wallet look like it got money in it too.
Very cute packaging.
It is cute packaging. Tell the folks what it is, Ashe.
So we have a cashmere kush.
Okay. All right.
I think it's what the packaging looks like. It's 3.5 grams. It's a hybrid. THCA.
It's a hybrid. I think it's by Puro, y'all. Puro is the shit. And I love for y'all to purchase Puro through us. But if you don't and you just end up in a cannabis shop and they got Puro in there, jump on that shit. Seriously.
Wow.
What's it smell like?
It smells very...
Can't put a finger to it, huh?
Yeah, no, I can't. It very fresh, very.
So the feelings that you're supposed to get off of that one is relaxed, sleepy, and euphoric. I hope you don't get too sleepy to make it through the show, but relaxed, sleepy, and euphoric. That's what they are promising off of that one.
I really don't like going to sleep, so
it's gonna be an early night for you.
Right.
It's gonna be an early night for you. Oh, by the way, while we're doing this, shout out to the Texas Rangers. Texas fucking Rangers, World Series champs. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. 2-1-4. Y'all, I'm a Yankees fan. So, but we live in Dallas, so I'm gonna rep the Rangers until next March when spring training is, and then I'll go back to my Bronx Bombers. Shout out to them Texas Rangers for winning that thing 4-1 against the Arizona Diamondbacks. All right, so Cashmere Kush, indica dominant cannabis strain, offers a mid-weight sedation and dreamy euphoria, leading with a complex aroma of burnt wood and ground pepper. Leaves a sweet mixture of coffee, mint, caramel on the exhale. Enjoy it later in the day, as its deeply relaxing effects are paired best with blankets and a movie.
Why do I have a blanket?
You knew what it was. You knew exactly what it was. All right, so Ashe's gonna go on and roll that thing up and tell us what it smokes like, what it feels like. So we're gonna give her time to do that. But while we give her time to do that, we're gonna move into our topic for the day. Right. Our topic for the day is: should you purchase your weed from a dispensary or from the weed man? And there's a lot of misconceptions about dispensaries, but there's also a lot of misconceptions about weed men too. I guess weed women exist too. I'm in a group, a 420 group for just girls who like weed.
Wow,
and it's a bunch of people. Yeah, I'll add you. It's on Facebook. It's a bunch of people too. But there's also a bunch of weed men girls in there as well. And so, when I reach out to them, like, hey, we got a dispensary here, you ain't got to risk your life. They'd be like, oh, well, that's not real weed. And it's hard, one of the hard things about this dispensary life in a state where it's not legal. I don't know if y'all can see my fingers, is explaining that it actually is, if you know how to get around it, and then you don't have to risk your life purchasing from homeboy on the corner who the cops may be watching, or maybe he laced it. You don't know what's in that crap, and so that's one of the common misconceptions that we have to deal with as a dispensary. But outside of that, I think weed dudes or girls are much cheaper to purchase from, and that is another thing that we deal with.
I have my list of pros and cons. I personally have purchased from both. And one thing that I don't like about the local weed man is that they can never tell me what I am purchasing, right? So they can tell me the name, but it's always indica. I'm not trying to go to sleep. I need a variety of strains. I need a variety of what I'm smoking, and all they supply is indica. Like you
Mm-hmm.
slump, sleep, but that price is right.
That price is right. I think what's the eighth on the street in Dallas? What's it like 30?
Yeah, like
35?
25, 30.
Yeah. Yeah, their price be down there. But
I
you
was at one point getting sevens for $40, and that was
right.
yeah, that was
When in
a pretty good
2008?
deal. Nah, actually, like last year,
You like
2020.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Dang.
No, I
$40
haven't
for
bought from him in a
one.
long time, but
Whew.
yeah.
What are you rolling that in right now?
So Dutch,
Dutch. Okay. I
yeah,
got you.
like it's just accessible. Sometimes I'm a paper girl. I have a whole paper thing, but
Yeah.
it's just easy. It's just easy
Yeah.
to just roll and go.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Well, I think from a dispensary weed man standpoint, like for me, I'm reminded of just earlier today. Right, we're in New Jersey right now, and walked into the smoke shop and was just asking the dude like, "Hey, I'm looking for a pre roll." And he says, he goes, "Well, I got all these pre rolls right here." And I was like, "All right, tell me about your best one." Right. And, no intentions of really, I just wanted to see what he had to say. He's like, "Well, I got this
Yeah.
magic roll." Right. All right. I'm like, "So, okay, tell me what's a magic roll?" He said, "It's magic." I said, "Okay, so I mean, what kind of magic, right? Is it sativa? Is it indica? Oh no, it's just a mixture of all these." And he just started pointing to all his strands that he had, but he didn't know what was in. He didn't know.
Yeah.
Like, I asked him, what is if any of them were sativa. He looked at me like, "What's a sativa?" And here's the deal, right? So I walked into a smoke shop, right? So you think I'm in a dispensary. So I walked into that smoke shop and was starting to talk to one dude behind the counter. He's like, "Oh, our pre rolls are $15, but this guy over here, his are 10, which was weird, right? They're in the same goddamn building, right?" And so I'm like, "What are y'all doing? Y'all split shop? Like, is it two stores in here?" He's like, "Oh yeah, this guy just got started. He's trying to get a name. He's trying to make a name for himself." I was like, "Okay, so he was basically the local weed man who is now legal. That's great." But when I got to his table, he didn't know nothing.
Yeah.
So, and I bought that stupid magic roll. I have not smoked it. But I started thinking to myself, like, this dude, local weed man off the shop, off the street, rolled it himself, doesn't know what kind of weed it is, and I don't know what he put in that thing. You know what I'm saying? And right now we got, like any dang thing could be in these. We so many stories, especially
Fentanyl, yeah.
us living in Texas. So many stories of them folks putting fentanyl in that junk. You know what I'm saying? So many risks, man, when it comes to purchasing that stuff local.
And it's like I get it. I love to support Black businesses, but like, please just tell me what I'm about to smoke. I want to be high, but I'm not trying to be that high where I need it laced or I need it. Like I'm not trying to chase that type of high. I just want to chill out, relax, have a good
Right.
time, vibe out, watch a movie on the couch.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm not trying to go. They're trying to take you straight to heaven, like.
Literally. Freaking literally, man. Literally. There was a story that came out just last week, I think in I don't think it was Dallas Morning News. It was something else of 1,000 pounds of fentanyl seized. It was 1,000 pounds of weed. No, 100 pounds of weed, all laced with fentanyl seized at the Texas border.
Oh my god.
I know. 100 pounds, bro. That's a lot of. First off, that's a lot of money. Cause what do you get a pound for in the street? Do you know?
No, I've never bought a pound ever in my life. I am
So
more of a like 3.5 at a time type of
yeah,
buyer. Like,
eighth at a time. Give me 4 blunts at a time, please.
yes,
So
I know that everybody's like, stop wasting my time, but
I know for us, we would buy a pound. I know what we would buy a pound for, which means I know that we would sell it for maybe double that. And just doing the math in my head on that, 100 of those. Yo, that's we're talking 5 figures, but like mid 5 figures for
Yeah,
that
see,
amount.
get those people off the street. Those are
Yeah.
not the type of people we need
And
anywhere near.
how many can you roll for in a pound? I've never done it either. How many can you roll in a pound?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
So clearly, you and I are both three and a half.
Yeah, I could.
Three
Yeah,
and a half performers.
I'll do a 7.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so oh no. All right, initial thoughts off that first hit. You look you look like it was rough.
No, it wasn't. That was a self-inflicted wound.
All right, initial thoughts off that first hit.
Very, very, very tasty.
Okay.
So like very. What did you say? Like caramel or?
I think it's did I say caramel?
Sorry,
Coffee,
what
mint, and
is
caramel.
that?
Yep, caramel.
I'm trying to find a place to light it because it's so windy outside today.
Is the weather
My
bad?
God, please, please chill on the wind for just a sec.
Is it still frozen in Texas?
No, so it feels really great. Today was a great day. I want to
Okay.
say the temperature is 69. So the high was 72. So really great day in
69.
Texas. Very great day in Dallas. We outside this weekend.
We outside. Temperature 69 on a Friday night. All right, while she gets that lit up. Any more thought? Oh, you got it? All right, bet. Tell us what it tastes like, what it smell like, what it do. What's it taste like? You trying to figure it out, huh? It's the description said it was complex, so
It is.
okay.
It's like a sweet, very. If you said coffee, I get that.
Yeah.
Very sweet.
It's sweet. Okay.
Like, I'm like, is it the gar that I got? Let me just double check and make sure. Blue Dream Fusion. No, it's not. Yeah, very sweet, very, very smooth. Even though I'm coughing, but I always cough.
I got bronchitis. Anybody got time for that?
It's very, very complex. Like you said, it's everything that you mentioned. The coffee, like at the end, after I'm like smoking it out, it gives off a different taste. But when you're inhaling it, yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah. Yo, I love when food does that. You know what I'm saying? Where you eat it and then it's got a certain taste to it, and then at the end another taste hits you. I always wonder how the hell they do that. Like, how do they layer them flavors in there like that? You know what I'm saying? If I had another life, if I could have another life, I would go back and be a chef.
Really?
For sure. I'm not the best cook. And go ahead.
You're not the best cook?
No, heck no.
Who could you Liz?
Elizabeth, oh, definitely. Definitely. No, I suck at that. But I just think it's the science of it. You know what I'm saying? Like the science of it. You be watching them cooking the shows, and they be like, "Oh, I'm gonna layer this flavor on top of this flavor. And I'm gonna do this because the fat will render." And like, what do you mean? What? Just throw it in some boiling water? What you talking about? I just want to know, like, what is it that they know? Because that food be coming out good, and it be coming out looking good too.
I have a few tricks up my sleeves. So I like to cook. My grandpa, when we were growing up, we would go visit and he would teach us like his little tricks, his cooking tricks. He's a really, really good cook. So now we're going to start taking cooking classes together. So I've been like researching cooking classes and sitting it. But we love to cook. And one thing that I learned is like when I'm cooking chicken-based things to use chicken broth instead of just water. It gives
Yeah.
it more flavor.
Yeah.
So
Chicken
I'm like,
broth instead of water. Okay.
yeah.
I be making my I be making my dog's food like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Where like I'll be too lazy to fill the pot. You know what I'm saying? Because we gotta make the dog's food because my dog is allergic to being a dog. Literally on his papers. I would pull it up and show y'all, but it'd take me a minute. He's allergic to everything, so we have to make his food. And sometimes, every once in a while, Elizabeth would trust me to make it. Right? She probably watching right now. I'm about to tell a secret. So if y'all don't ever hear from me again, you know what happened. Um, every once in a while, she'll trust me to make it, and instead of filling the pot with water to boil the barley, I'll just fill it with the broth that we got. Because I'm gonna put the broth in there anyway. Plus, that salt's good for them. So, you know. But I've also heard that boiling rice with chicken broth or beef broth is actually good too.
I need to try that. I have not tried
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So what's it hitting on now? Your eyes getting lower.
Yeah, so I put it out.
You put it out. You high
Yeah, I
already.
feel good.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good. Yeah, I'm chilling.
All right. You on your way to what is it? Happy, hungry, sleepy. You on your way to hungry?
Ooh, yeah. My stomach is about to growl. I'm not sleepy. I'm just chilling.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, the night is young.
The night is still young. All right. So that's good. So we're gonna see towards the end of the show. Towards the end of the show, what that looks like for Ashe.
Mhm.
So Ashe, where did you find help the folks out? The folks probably they know where their folks are, but where did you find your local folks, your local weed guys, weed girls and guys, boys and girls, your weed boys and girls?
Word of mouth. I have so many
Word of mouth.
friends. Yeah, I have so many friends, and with that, somebody always has something.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
after so many smoke sessions with so many people, you meet so many weed men, and I personally have shopped from them all because I want to see like just each provided a different level of customer service, different prices, different packaging. One thing that I love that Chicago had that Dallas does not do is delivery, but Astro Herb does.
Hey, we in
Astro
that thing.
does. You
We
are
in that
doing it right.
thing. Come on.
Deliver to me. I do not want to go anywhere. Oh my God. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to go. Come to me, please.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's we in that weird generation now where we don't really like to talk to people and really don't want to go in nobody's store. So if we can get it delivered, we're gonna get it delivered. For real. That's really why we actually found it. Well, one of the reasons why we founded Astro Herbs. The other reason was, and actually I could just go in and tell this story right now. We went to a concert. Probably it's been probably 6-7 months now, and it was a funny. We got down. The concert was in Fort Worth, Texas, y'all. So it was a lineup of about 12 different artists, all from like the 2010s of, what I'm saying, 2010, 2008, 2012.
What genre?
Hip hop and R&B.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So the headliner was Ja Rule himself, right? So that's the genre, that's the era of music that we're talking about. Funny part of it is we get down there, got a hotel room because it's a concert and ain't nobody driving back to Dallas. I don't know why. Listen, I will drive to Houston and back in one day, but if I gotta drive to Fort Worth, I'm getting a hotel. I don't know what it is about that.
Fort Worth is so far.
It feels so far, right? Man, it's 42 miles. I don't know why.
It's in Fort Worth. Count me out.
Yeah, right. Like, nah, bro, we good. So anyways, we got down there, got to the hotel, right? And the guy was like, "Oh yeah, a bunch of people are going to this concert." And I was like, "Yeah, we're going too." He's like, "Yeah, it's an old people concert." What you mean? Dude, I asked dude how old he was. He was only 19. And I was like, "Oh Lord Jesus, when did I become an old person?"
You're losing the recipes.
I was like, when did I become an old person, bro? Anyway, so we got to the concert, right? And there was this big old booth. And it was this tent, and these folks were selling pre-rolls and flour, vapes, and gummies and all that stuff out there. And I'm thinking to myself, that's weird, right? But there's a bunch of cops. It's a concert, and it's DFW, so there's like hundreds of cops there. Um, and so then they make an announcement over the microphone to everybody, go get your bud from this company's tent over here. And the cops are just standing right there next to the thing, just chill, just I'm like, what is going on here? Because this is not legal. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are they getting away with this? Once something piques my curiosity, I have to go figure it out, right? So the thing that caught me by surprise, though, is every single person behind that tent that was selling that stuff that day was this color. They were this color. And I'm thinking to myself, I got cousins, uncles, family members behind bars right now with a charge for having just a gram on them. And these people are at a freaking concert in Fort Worth selling it with a cop sitting right there, and the cop ain't doing nothing because they have cracked the code to how to do it legally. And that's bullshit to me. So that is exactly why we founded Astro Herbs. It's because there's so much racial disparity in this industry. And we got people on the street thinking that, number one, thinking that weed ain't legal in Texas, and it is if you know what you're doing. And number two, thinking that the stuff that is being sold in the stores and the dispensaries and the smoke shops ain't real weed, and it is. It's the same stuff that we were purchasing right there next to the. Now I got fucked up that night, Ashay. like I was in the car. We was riding in the car with some friends, and I was in the back of the car like, somebody get me out of this piece, because that girl up there is an alien and this life is a simulation. Like, I was that fucked up. Like,
that's hilarious.
I was in that thing like, somebody help me. Like, this is too bad. And I did it right there, sitting on that hill right next to 3 cops, right, from Fort Worth PD, and they were fine. And so I'm like, me and Elizabeth, we looked at each other. We was like, man, look, we gotta do something.
Yeah.
We gotta do something, because we want a dispensary anyway, and we could do it now. We could do it here, and we could do it legally, and the cops won't fuck with you. And that's how that went. I forgot why I started telling that story, but I told it, and it's there. So, but when it comes to getting it from the weed dude, like, if I were to, I've never made a purchase from somebody on the street. I wouldn't even know where the fuck to start.
So,
like, ever.
Yeah.
You were high, and I love it.
I can't believe I'm about to say this.
Say it.
I have.
We all know that.
I'm usually that person that can locate it, get the deed done. Yeah, it's pretty great. It's a pretty great tool. Yeah. So I have.
See, every time I make a purchase, I be doing it at a dispensary or at a smoke shop, or I'm not the type to really take that kind of risk, I just rather walk in a place and walk out and know that I ain't do nothing crazy. Nobody's coming to get me. I got way too much. I got too much to lose. Way too much to lose. Nobody coming to get me. I ain't getting thrown in no jails and no. You know what I'm saying? I just need to be okay.
Yeah.
Just okay. I just need to be okay. But one thing I do like that I've been noticing, because all my friends purchase from the local guy, is the way that the local guys text message market. Yes. Like, them images, I be looking at them things like, oh, I need one of them, and I really don't need one of them, but it looked like I need one of them.
I appreciate the customer service and the consistency from the guys, though. Like, I really, really appreciate it because they never let you go too long without follow-up. Follow customer service 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. So what's that like? So what's that experience like for somebody who's never done it?
So I used to be like super nervous, like purchasing from somebody new. Um, so I never would know like what to say. So I would like really freak out. Like, dang, what if like this is paper trail, paper tracks? Like, I don't want to be involved in that. So like, what do
See?
I say
Yeah.
to get the deal done?
Yeah.
So I just hit him with a like a hootie hoo, like what's
Send him with a little voice note. Be like,
like,
hootie hoo.
be like, you got what I need? Question mark. Like, and they would send a menu, and I would be like, bet. So yeah, it's pretty.
Okay.
And then it's like a meetup situation that happens after that.
All right. So
And
wait. So when you say a meetup situation, so does that mean like y'all make it to a parking lot and then y'all do like a little funky little handshake, but really in the middle of the handshake is a plastic baggie? Is it like the movies?
so one time I did do that.
What was the handshake
Slide
like?
it in my pocket, like it was just like a death. And I was like, "Hey, I really hit that." Yeah, I've lived a life.
Lord, that is funny. Did y'all make up the handshake
Very
first before
entertaining.
y'all got there? Like, all right,
No,
well, we're
it
gonna do
just was
this, then we're
a
gonna do
funny
this, then we're gonna do
coincidence.
like this, then we're gonna do like this, and then that's it.
It's like I had been doing it my entire life, so it wasn't planned. It just literally happened like that, and I was like, "Bet," and I just put it in my pocket. He had the money. I had what I needed. Yeah.
All
and
right,
we just drove off.
wait. So y'all did 2 handshakes then, one for the money and one for the what you needed?
No, I just flow like.
Wow.
Yeah, like
Skill.
I've been skill, like I've been doing it my
Yo.
entire life.
Yo, that's crazy. Do you think you can replicate it? Like if I came, like after you order Asher Herbs, instead of us just dropping it off at the door and sending you a text, like if I came up and was like, all right,
Yeah.
well, we don't take cash though.
do
We
it.
have to take cash that day. I wonder if we can replicate it.
I've done it with. I was like joking with one of my friends. I've done it with paper before, like just to like joke around. Like it's pretty
Really?
funny when
That's
you try to
funny as heck.
practice. Yeah. Like
that
you
sound
got
like
a dollar.
Right.
Like
Yo, that
second-
sounds like something you would do at like you know, like 12. You know how at 12 you think you're bad? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You just start doing all kinds of stuff. Like you remember them candy
You know
cigarettes?
the kids are smoking weed nowadays.
Okay, they're not doing candy cigarettes no more. They're smoking weed. All right.
No, they're smoking actual.
When you say kids, you mean like 12, 13, 14?
Yeah, like younger maybe.
Lord.
I'm like, what are you? Why are you getting high? Why?
They don't know.
They don't know. They're doing it. They're selling it in the bathrooms, smoking in the bathrooms at high school.
And nobody smells it?
In the hallway, doing it,
Okay.
doing a do. I'm
Wait a
telling
minute.
you.
I have to understand, okay? Because, well, unless they got it from the local dude, and it's probably not that poignant.
No, the kids are selling it too.
Okay, so they must be selling some trash if you can't smell it out the bathroom while they're freaking lighting it up in the school. That's crazy.
I don't want to talk about our school systems, but I'm pretty sure they know what's going on.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
understand. What they got going on in Dallas school system. Y'all, I ain't grew up in Dallas school system, so I can sit here and talk trash about it, I guess. What they got going on in Dallas school system? What the heck?
These kids are just different. They're not scared of anything. I was scared that I was gonna get my ass whooped.
Me too. Oh, me too.
Today they don't care. They don't
That's
have
crazy.
fear of God in them.
Yeah, I wonder if it's because you can't whoop kids anymore because they call the cops on you and the cops will take the kid's side and you'll be out of there for child abuse.
So it was a situation the other day where a kid pulled up in front of my house, and
Oh,
my mom had to call the police, and he was saying that he didn't want to go with his parents because his parents beat him and abused him. So my mom called the police because he was trying to get in the car with like one of her daycare parents. So
Hmm.
she when she called the police came out, the stepmom pulled up, and he ended up going with the police. And the police said that you can spank your kid. You cannot hit them like above, like in the face. It's like boundary lines where you can't hit. You can't. You can use a paddle. You can use a belt. You can't use a switch. You can't use.
Can't
So
use a
it's like
switch. Okay.
no, you can't use a switch.
Mm.
Yeah, I probably got a spanking with a switch.
Yo, you
Once
ever
or
got
twice
spanked
in
with
my
the switch that
life.
you picked off the tree?
Yeah,
My grandma was good for that when I was little. My
I
dad's
got
mama.
so many blankets.
She used to have this tree growing on the side of the house. She'd be like, "Go around there and give me a switch." And the worst thing possible is if you go around there and get her a switch that she didn't like.
Yeah,
Oh
you gotta go
no.
back and get another one, and
Go
don't
back and
make
get
her come
another one. My
outside.
ass. That was gonna get worse. She wasn't going back and getting another one. She was gonna go get it. And then it was over for you after that. So you can spank your kids. Okay. That's
Yeah,
new
you can spank your
information.
kids.
That's new. Well, what's wrong with them, Jesus?
Yeah,
Mm.
right. They don't know them. That's the problem.
All right. So what we about 30 minutes into your high right now?
Yes, and I'm about to light it again.
All right. So what's the feel after 30 minutes?
I feel very relaxed.
Oh, that's good. That's what
Very, very
was
relaxed.
advertised.
You saw I was pulling my blanket up. Like now I'm on a whole podcast right now. I cannot just sit here and chill the hell out like this. I'm chilling.
You listen, you about to fall asleep in that spot. Watch.
I'm like, this is a cool little spot in my house.
Yeah. The fence looks nice. The fence look like your fence man did a real good job.
Thank you. I'm saying thank you like I did it or that I like.
Right. You're like, I put this
the
fence up
person to do it.
today. Did you go to the parade today?
I tried.
You didn't get down there. You didn't make it in time.
It was so much traffic, so many people. I was hungry.
So you just
like,
turn around?
No, Dad, let's go.
You just turn around and left? Dang.
Drove all the way to Arlington. It was so much traffic. It was like 30 minutes worth of traffic. Nobody was moving. I was like, ain't no way. I'm too hungry to even. We couldn't. We were never gonna make it to Texas Live like we thought.
Oh, it was down there by Texas Live?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, it's not. Their traffic pattern down there ain't that great anyway. And then to have all of DFW descending on you. I figured if we were gonna be there and we were gonna go to the parade, that we would be getting there about 5 a.m, just trying to get a spot.
People were out there at 4 a.m. That's what this one lady told us today. She was like, "Yeah, her people went out there at 4 a.m."
Yeah.
I was like, "No way."
Yeah. I can
no,
see it.
It's too cold. It's just 60 today.
It's 60 today.
Today it was 72. But it's been cold. It's in the 30s. It's been, or not the 30s, but the 40s. I'm over exaggerating.
No, it was when we left. It was like 39 degrees. It makes the weed makes you over exaggerate. That's funny as hell. Hey, that's a side effect, y'all. If y'all start smoking that cashmere, just be prepared to over exaggerate.
Just a tad.
Yeah, if you go on a fishing trip, your fish gonna be 8 foot long, even though it was 0.8 inches.
Exactly.
That's funny as hell. All right, so you said you had a list of pros and cons for dispensary versus the weed man. Tell us your pros and your cons.
Okay. With the dispensaries, they want to educate you. They want to let you know everything about what you're smoking. I feel a lot more comfortable. I mean, if I'm going to buy from somebody, I'm going to buy from them regardless. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to still purchase. But it makes me feel a lot better knowing that I can ask follow-up questions if I don't know what strain is this? How much THC is in this? That all matters. And I love facts and I love the educational piece, and that's value to me. If you can add value to me to just even go and tell the next person and help the next person, I think that I'm a pro. So delivery.
Yeah.
Because Asher
Yeah.
Herbs deliver. I hit you up a few
Hey,
times
1
and
hour
order.
delivery.
Yes. And she's not lying.
No,
So
it's the truth.
I'm
This is
like,
what we
wow,
do.
this was really 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
1 hour. I was like, wow. But
It's what we do.
um yeah, and I love the variety too that
Yeah.
dispensaries offer. You can get anything, gummies. By the way, the gummies, my
Mhm.
sister, she wants to give a review about the gummies.
All right.
She the
Was she
gummies the gummies are good.
was she on another? She was in another planet.
Yeah, we went to Six Flags. We had so much fun.
Y'all was on a roller coaster high.
We were like going over like on the Mr. Freeze, like, whoa.
What is that?
Like our anxiety, usually you know how you get super anxious when you're about to like drop, like felt none of that. We were just letting the roller coaster, like just riding the wave. Like it was beautiful.
That is
The
funny as
best
hell.
Six Flags experience ever, thanks to Asher.
Listen, what gummy was it? Do you remember?
It's the one in the red pack. The
Okay, the Space Guides with the she either had the strawberry mango or the watermelon.
I think it's strawberry mango, the
Strawberry mango.
small
Yeah,
pack. Yeah.
yeah. That's that's funny as hell. Did y'all take a whole one or a half one?
So she took a whole one.
Oh, I know she was going.
A few days before, and she was just like, my mom was like, what is wrong with, like, what are you okay? And I was like, she took a gummy and she's not saying anything.
She's not okay. Listen,
But
so I don't. So it's weird, right? Gummies for me, I can't because it's uncontrollable. Like I can't get. But I try to gauge it, right? I try to gauge how much I'm about to eat. But if I overshoot it, there's no putting it out. There's no stop sipping. There's none of that. Like I just
yeah,
have to ride it. And I remember
yeah.
one time I wrote it to like hallucinations, and I was like, "Oh my god, I can." Yeah, I was laying in the bed, and I swear to God, I saw the lamp floating up over it was a lamp sitting by the bed, and I saw it just floating up over. And I'm sitting there giggling and laughing the whole time. And I remember Elizabeth was like, "What is wrong with you?" And I couldn't articulate. I was like, because first off, it was hers, and I snuck one. We were on vacation. Hell, she wasn't going to eat it. Never, in no way. She never does. I snuck one, so I didn't want her to know. And so we were on vacation, and she was like, "What is wrong with you?" And I couldn't tell her. So I was like, 'cause I didn't want her to know I ate one of hers. Man, I was like, at that point, I was like, I will never eat a gummy again. I can't. I need it to be controllable. I can't be that high.
I love just intaking it versus smoking because, as you can see, I cough. So I do love gummies, especially when, like with smoking, it's like a up and down high. Like your high comes down, whereas a gummy, you just like you said, ride the wave, and it's an all day thing. You don't really have to do anything else. Like I don't have to drink. I don't have to just chill it.
Mm-hmm. It is definitely an all day thing. It's an all night thing too. That's why a lot of people like to eat them before bed. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people like to eat them before bed because they number one they really typically lean hybrid or indica, and number two they last through the night. So like if you have a back condition or like a mental health condition or anything like that, or you just can't sleep and got insomnia, it'll last you all the way through the night. So
I have crazy dreams.
Really? Crazy. Hey, are your dreams crazier when you're high?
No, I think it's just crazy in general.
Yeah. I got you. Do you remember what you dreamt about last night?
Yes.
Dang, you remember your crazy dreams?
Yeah, I have to write them down sometimes because I'm like, what does this mean? Like, I have to look into it. It gets real, just crazy, like
Yeah.
crazy. I'm like, I
So
need to write stories on what would be happening in my dreams and
so
like
is
play
it?
it out.
Yeah. So is last night's dream too personal to share?
Yeah.
All right, I Shay had a crazy personal dream last night. I wonder now. Now I'm over here thinking to myself like, how come you can remember your dreams? I can never remember mine. I remember when they wake me up, scared or sad or whatever in the middle of the night, but I can never articulate exactly what it is because it's like instantly when I wake up, I just forget.
Okay. Sometimes it happens to me, but I have to like sit with myself when I wake up. Depending on
Mm,
what happened in the dream, like when
yeah,
I open my eyes, I'm like still feeling the after effects of how I felt about whatever was happening in my dream. So if I'm
yeah,
scared, I'm like, oh no, what the heck? I gotta watch my back.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
like, I had a crazy dream the other day. This isn't personal. This is just scary as freak. It was like a man standing across the street, and
Like
I
Slender
took a
Man.
type shit. Like for real. I took a picture of he was doing some weird stuff. So it was creepy. So I took a picture with my phone through the window. We
In your
had
dream or like in real life? What we talk about?
in my dream.
Oh, okay. All right.
So we have dark tinted windows
Mm-hmm.
on my house. You've been to my house. So
Mm-hmm.
the he saw me and turned around and like was sending people to the house to like because I guess he didn't want anybody to know that he existed. So like heavy, it was crazy. So I'm like, yeah, let me write that one down.
So did you ever come up with a what does that mean? Or is it
Nah, I think I'm just gonna finish the story out and write maybe like a scary movie. 'Cause-
you should write a scare. Oh shoot, let me be let me be a lead actress. I got
okay.
it. I'm being that thing. I've been practicing scripts and all. I'm ready. I don't know what I've been practicing scripts for, but I have. I'm ready. Oh shoot. But
That's what I would
listen,
be, a movie
but listen,
producer.
listen, don't make the lead person be that stupid. There's a creepy sound outside. Let me go chase it down and see. Oh, what is that? Hello? Come
No, we
on
surviving over here.
in. Right.
We're making
To
it
be
out
that. Unless
alive.
if the lead person that, then make me the black person because I know the lead person ain't black.
It could be a black person. I'm the lead
Not
girl.
listen. Not if they out there talking about some hello. Anybody out here? Come on in. That black people don't do that, bro. We hear
Yeah,
scary ass noise. We gonna either we gonna sit there and do like this and pretend it's not happening. We ain't calling the cops, but we gonna do something. But it ain't gonna be go investigate.
yeah, fact.
It ain't. It ain't gonna be investigate. That's for sure. Alright. So, do you have any cons about purchasing from a dispensary or purchasing from the weed dude? We never got through your pro con list because ADD keeps kicking in.
Cons. Let's see. I would say a con is with women. Like, what are we smoking? Why is it
Yeah,
always indica?
yeah, makes sense.
I love the Leafly app, and I cannot always verify strains in Leafly, and it makes me a little nervous when I
Yeah.
cannot verify. It's just always gas, always gas. Like I be like, I got that gas, I got that gas. I'll be like, all right, like, I'm gonna check you out.
Yeah, that's funny as hell. You're right. Like I said, with dude with the magic roll. He know. I mean, he just got legal. Good on him for getting off the street and doing it in a way that nobody can come mess with him and take what's his, right? But when it came to the education part, brother had no clue. No
Yeah,
clue.
I just wish more people were educated.
Yeah.
Like, because that maybe that'll help lighten all of this legal whatever. Like everybody's just against it. They don't know anything about it. They're just against it. They think it's bad. People going to
Yeah.
jail. They think it's
Yeah.
bad. Like maybe if you took time to educate yourself,
That's it.
you wouldn't have a problem, a real issue with it.
That's it. For me, taking the time to educate myself now, now for me, I have a problem with alcohol. I don't have a problem with cannabis.
Alcohol is a depressant. My therapist
Alcohol
told me that.
is rough on your entire body. The only alcohol that has a that I know of. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but the only alcohol that I know of that has a good positive effect on the body is just white wine. I mean red wine.
Yeah, I
Uh,
drink wine.
yeah, everything else is like kill your liver, kill your intestines, kill your kidney. Um, and then once you're gone off the alcohol, it's not a good feeling, right? Like yeah, you're having fun while you're in the club and you're raving and you're having a good time. When you wake up the next morning or when you lay down tonight and your room's spinning and now you're throwing up all over, man, I'll take the lamp floating over me. I'll take that over that feeling any day.
Yeah, my therapist was sharing with me that alcohol is a depressant. So you
Mm,
really are putting yourself in a depressed emotional state when you constantly
makes sense.
intake alcohol. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes total sense. I can see it 100%. All right. So, final thoughts on a dispensary versus weed, man. You got any final thoughts for me? For me, the final thoughts are, and I'm not just being biased because we have a dispensary called Ashton Dispensary, but for me, it's kind of like what you said, right? Like, um, if you jump on our website or you show up to one of our events, we're going to be extremely knowledgeable about what we have on our site. If you got questions, we're going to answer it. We've probably tried almost everything on the site, so we know exactly what it tastes like, what it feels like, what it does to you. Um, and so you're getting insights, number one, from the lab reports that we give. Number two, from our personal experience. Yes, we give lab reports with every single thing that goes on that website. If it doesn't have a lab report, it never makes it to the website because we want to make sure that we're not pushing fentanyl out to people. You know what I'm saying? And we're not pushing nothing crazy, right? What we got came from the ground and didn't get sprayed, didn't get none of that. Just straight up THC, THCA, and then when you light it, you got the THC. Um, and so, like you said, from that standpoint, and we're not the only dispensary that does that. But a lot of people don't know that, right? That's the kind of service that you get from dispensaries. So for me, final thoughts are, I think that um, I've always been this type, right? Because I've always been the type to purchase from a dispensary. But I think that even though purchasing from a dispensary can be probably two times, maybe 75% more expensive, um, you kind of pay to not have to take the risk, right? You pay to know what you got and to
It's
be
quality.
confident in what you got. Yeah. And you pay for the quality weed is what you're doing. You're paying for quality cannabis. Versus if you go ask homeboy that you text and he texts you every once in a while, you go ask him, he don't know, bro. He don't even know where it came from. Might have been grown in his closet. Couldn't tell you the THC content. It's probably super low. Um, and so for me, final thoughts are that extra little bit um of money that it takes is definitely worth it. What about for you?
Definitely smoke safe.
Yeah, that's all. That's the name of the game
Yeah,
right there.
but yeah, I really don't buy from anyone that I didn't like word of mouth, or I really don't purchase like
Yeah,
that. But
yeah,
like pens, and if I'm traveling, I want to make sure one that if I do travel and it's not legal, that somebody referred.
right.
Yeah. So, I mean, final thoughts: smoke safe.
Smoke safe.
Smoke
That's it.
safe.
Be
Yeah.
safe. Yep.
Know what you're smoking.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. All right, so we're gonna go in and close out the show. with a little segment that we call "Stand on That," right? And basically, um, we just take a couple things that are grinding our gears, or maybe not grinding our gears. It's something that we want to educate people on. But whatever the topic is, we want to be convicted in our stomach and in our gut and in our spirit about what we're about to say. And we ain't gonna hold people up. We ain't gonna be on the, in the pulpit and people talking about take your time, Pastor. No, we ain't got no time for that. We're gonna try to keep it to 35, 40 seconds or less. And at the end, you gonna know we convicted about it, and it's something that we truly believe in, and it's any topic that we want, right? So we're gonna pick a topic. Ashay gonna go first, and then I'm gonna go, and then we're gonna close out this thing. So what you want to stand on today, Ashay?
So I'm gonna stand on be original,
Ooh,
be you.
ooh,
You don't gotta copy,
ooh!
you
Pick
don't
the
gotta
people
steal from
where it
anybody.
hurts.
Everybody has a lane. Stay in your own lane. You don't have to copy anybody else. It's okay to be inspired, but you don't have to steal anyone's brand. This
Mm,
girl got her brand stolen
ooh,
um, earlier this week or last week, and everybody was talking about it on Twitter. But she basically filed a patent on her name, and she booked a consultation call with this girl. She was like, "Hey, that's like me calling you like, oh, how do I start a dispensary? And you putting me on game, you letting me know,
mm.
and then I go and start Asher Herbs.
Oh shit!
Yeah, like,
Ooh, that's rough.
like literally like that. Like, if you like, I'm not saying
Ooh, that's rude. Don't do that.
she
Don't do
did
that.
that, and I cannot. I'm standing on being original, being true to what you're inspired by, and it's okay to want to start a dispensary too. That's not what I'm saying. It's a million brands on a shelf. It's okay to want to sell
It is.
bread still,
Yep.
but be original. You don't have to steal anybody's recipe. You don't have to steal anybody's like it. It's just that grinds my gears.
Mm. Mm. So don't be in the grocery store aisle taking the Sara Lee out the bag and putting it in your own bag,
Okay,
and then putting it back on the shelf and calling it OC's bread when it's just Sara Lee in a new package.
like
Don't be
Asher
doing that.
Herbs too. Like
Right.
you would be
After
like,
herbs
what the
too.
exactly.
Ah. Mm-mm. Listen, that number one from a business standpoint, right? You got to protect yourself, right? Trademark your stuff, copyright your stuff. Make sure that you protect yourself from illegal stuff. Now, them papers, they don't do nothing. You got to actually go to, put some action behind your papers doing something. But you got some papers that'll make it a lot easier for you to protect yourself from stuff like that. That's terrible, though. That's terrible.
Yeah.
It's always okay to ask for help. It's not okay to steal somebody else's brand,
Yep.
for sure. For me, it's been, I think, now 9 or 10 days since Robert Card walked into a bowling alley in Lewiston, Maine, and shot up the place, killed 18 people, injured 13 others, right? And there's so much that we can talk about from a standpoint of should he have been able to have his firearm, or should anybody have listened when the army was telling him, no, you can't participate in firing activities, and no, you're not mentally stable enough to have your government issue firearm, and please don't ever be around ammunition, or the numerous times that his family called on him because he was mentally unstable. And a lot of the story is going to be geared towards that. And they're probably going to run stories on the survivor, the people who passed away, God rest their souls, their
That's so
lives, and how,
unfortunate.
yeah, and how beautiful their lives were and all that stuff. But a lot of people don't talk about the survivors of random gun violence. You know, their names rarely get mentioned. And from a survivor, from a personal survivor of random gun violence, um, it's really not even that you need mentioning, is that you're completely left to your own devices to deal with the mental turmoil, and
The
the ups and
PTSD of it
downs
all.
of it,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Those hurdles, there's so many things that go on with with a survivor in their head after something like that. You got survivor's guilt, you got nightmares. You start to isolate yourself socially, or you start for dropping off friends that you didn't have for 15, 20 years, and it's got nothing to do with whether the quality of the friendship and everything to do with you just ain't right in the head. You get
Yeah.
agitated, you get flashbacks, anxiety, man, extremely vigilant. There's so much, right? um and they're all unpleasant behavioral problems, right? The U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs did a study and said that PTSD was significantly associated with suicidal ideation or attempts, right? And said that people with PTSD were at a higher risk for suicide attempts, right? But since we've been in this new age of psychedelic studies, right? There's been a lot of studies that go into using cannabis for PTSD patients to kind of get them off that mental ledge, right? And a study done by Wayne State University found that cannabis modulates the threat related processing in trauma exposed individuals. Basically, when you as a trauma exposed individual, you go out into the world that feels like a threat, right? But if you do it on cannabis, right? It's calm, it's cool, you don't really care about nothing, you're chill, like life is totally different for you.
Yeah.
And the Wayne State, yeah, Wayne State did a study on that and found that to be true. And another study done by Multidisciplinary Association of Psychedelic Studies over the course of a year found that cannabis users reported a greater. Uh-oh, we got bugs.
Sorry. Yes. My-
Cannabis users reported a greater decrease in the severity of their PTSD symptoms, right? And were 2.5 times uh, more likely to no longer meet the criteria for being diagnosed with PTSD, right? These guys, these survivors, and any other survivor of random gun violence, they need to know, number one, they're not alone. Number two, the road is long. But number three, there is help, and there's help in a lot of forms. There's medication help, there's therapy help, but there's also cannabis help. And as somebody who has been there and done that, right? I can tell you from the heart, there is true cannabis help. And we need to continue to do the work to um, find out, keep pulling apart cannabis, keep picking apart the cannabinoids, and keep understanding exactly what they do to the brain, to the body, and how they're helpful. Because nobody has found a way that they're harmful yet.
yeah.
And so I'm going to stand on that. It's important work, and there's way more work to be done. All right. Anything else we want to talk about? No.
Great.
This is
Yeah,
great.
this
All right.
is great.
Last thoughts about how the high is going so far. We're an hour into your high now, so let's close it out. How's it so far?
I feel good. I feel so relaxed. I'm also energized too. I'm like, wow, this is great. I feel very grounded though. Very
That's amazing.
not I don't feel paranoid.
That's amazing.
Another thing I wanted to mention was that sometimes the local weed be making you a little paranoid.
It's paranoid because you think the cops behind you.
But sometimes it's different things in different strands that people shouldn't be smoking, and nobody talks about that. And the people that have had bad experiences with marijuana, with everything, it's because they don't know what they're smoking. They're buying from somebody they don't know anything about. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
For sure. So you're relaxed. You feel a little like you're ready to cuddle up in the under that blanket and watch a movie or something like the
Yeah.
description said. That's what's up. All right, so discount code. Y'all ready for this? So we're gonna start this discount code. What is it? 7 o'clock. We're gonna start it at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, we're gonna go live with Cashmere Kush. Can you show the folks the package again for Cashmere Kush? Hey, at 8 o'clock, we're gonna go live with that yellow package right there. Cashmere Kush. Use code Cushy. Kushy, Cushy, for
Cushy.
Cushy, Kushy, for a beautiful, beautiful discount specifically for Cashmere Kush for this weekend only. So that discount code is not effective anymore on Monday. So you got this weekend only to sell out Cashmere Kush. Use code KUSHY, Cushy, for Cashmere Kush. All right, y'all. If I ain't got nothing, I ain't got nothing, and we see y'all on another episode of Flower Friday in December. I don't know what date it is, but it'll be the first Friday in December. We appreciate y'all for hanging with us for this hour and 5, rolling on hour and 6, and leave us some comments, drop some comments, subscribe to our channels, our social medias. We got what is it? Sincerely Florals.
Sincerely Floral, Sincerely Ashe.
Sincerely Floral, Sincerely Ashe on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Vine. Do it for the Vine. I don't know if Vine still exists, but Vine or whatever social medias. And for us, we got Facebook, Astra Herbs. We got Twitter, Astra Herbs, and YouTube, Astra Herbs DFW. Come find us on all of those platforms. We give away stuff all the time. Discount code Cushy, KUSHY. Cushy. Yes, ma'am. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all on a new episode in December. Holla at you.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right?